Alright, so this is gonna be part 2 out of Deku as a Ninja. And some changes I want to make is that Deku, Deku instead of having like just one long katana, he realized that it would be much easier for him to handle two. So he has like two smaller versions, but he still pack a giant punch. So it's much easier for him to just like go around and just like be able to like slash people much faster. He also like developed some drones to like able to be scan the area, find out what material is used. And honestly, my best part, my the best thing is the armor that he wears. Let's say he has armor that allows him to basically like heal from any injury. So it's like if his arm is broken, the armor will just it's like the berserker armor, just like turn his hand and like just it will literally just pierce the pierce the muscles of Deku just to like bring him back into place. Actually, let's say it not pierce, it's just like it holds on to like every single muscle fiber and just like with constant movement and just like brings it back into place. Then like it like shoots spikes into the hand, so it's like so it keeps it together. So yeah, and it has like some small pain. It has pain nullification, so Deku doesn't feel pain in this. And let's say he also has like his rage mode. So yeah, Deku's like, say when he overuses this, he may pass out and just like reveal a whole entire different personality of him just going like losing his mind and just like going full on, just destroying everybody. So yeah, those are some of the small changes. So yeah, this is what I mean about him being a modern ninja. He uses modern technology. So his clones, let's say he still has super speed. His clones are much easier to pull off. He's still able to like pull off like 10 clones. But let's say that he's able to confuse his opponent much faster by using like small like holographic projectors, which seem like make it seem like he was like in one place, but he's actually in a different place. So yeah, let's begin with the story. So Deku gets an acceptance letter to UA. He shows it to his dad. He shows it to his mom, and let's say, and then he asks if he can finally take out his new adventure now for a spin, and say yes he can, but to make sure not to overuse it. Next is he knows. This is also like a super genius. So let's say that he developed like he develops like in his suit he has like stem cells, which like a, like a reserve for just like stem cells, which like he just puts them like they just like go into his body and he just starts regrowing. Like for example, like his like he lost his arm. Yeah, it just regrows back. And I just thought of this. Let's do the same thing with his suit. His suit can be put on like liquid. So, like for example, if his arm's about to get blown off, the armor is like can just like be retracted by will, and just like boom, so the armor won't be damaged. So yeah, let's begin. And yeah, he gets the acceptance letter. He makes the final design choices on his armor, and then he goes to class. Deku in this is also like he's accepted in both the sport course and hero course. I say when he like first day he needs to like go to the hero course. He's like he opens the door. He see like some people like let's see people like hear the door open, but then they don't see anybody. I think that was weird. Was that door just closed? And some people like then they look back and they see just like Deku just like being behind. She's like unpacking. They asked, "How did you get here?" Dick says, "I used the front door. How else?" But they say, "We didn't even see you come in." Dick says, "That's the point. You gotta enter silently. When you enter a place for the first time, you enter silently. You recon." And so people are like, "Okay, man, you do you. You do you." So yeah, that happens. So could you like that's like a bit of like it always says for everybody to go outside and everybody does. And let's say like in the locker room people like ask like in the locker room everybody changes. People see that like Deku's hair isn't like it isn't like big and messy, but it's like it's short cutted. So it's like doesn't get in the way and doesn't reveal the face too much. And they see that Deku's like his body's very well developed. He's like ripped. And they ask Deku why is he so ripped. Deku says, "Why not?" He says, "You guys should be, why not be a very good, be very good to actually be very muscular." And let's say Baku was like, "Yeah," he's just like, eh, "Yeah, your muscular physique won't substitute for your weak work." Deku just ignores him. Baku gets angry and like, Deku's like, "Successful manipulation." And just walks to the door. Because Deku's like able to like manipulate people's like emotions. Like Aizawa like he tells Deku like let's say Deku got like third place in the exam. It took some time for him to just like make the sword. Make the sword and figure out a plan to attack. So yeah. And let's say Bakugo goes first and he's like, huh, see I'm one either way. And Bakugo just blasted his he still gets like the same amount of points. And I don't know, just like everybody goes until he gets to Deku. Everything stays the same until Deku goes. And as also says for him to throw it full force. Let's say he gets to like around where he goes like around where Bakugo gets it because Deku used like perfect form. He gave him more velocity by just like using spins. He spins and then when he feels accelerated enough, then he throws it. And people are asking why'd you do that? Nick says, well, no strength enhancement. I don't have a strength enhancement quirk, so you gotta work with saw technique. So yeah. And yeah. And Deku like gets like first place in let's say he ties with Ida for like the running exam. Then he like just gets barely over like second place, like almost near like where the guy with dupli arms. So yeah, so Deku does pretty well, and it's just like he does pretty well. Nothing that special, and yeah. So yeah, that happens. So after this, like Deku like spends like a good chunk of the day just there, and then a good chunk of the day like in sport class. Let's say Deku walks into sport class when they're having a lesson, and teacher says, "So, how was first day?" Deku says, "Boring," and he says, "Well, I hope you don't find this boring." Alright, let's say that everybody's like introducing their inventions. Like May is like introducing like let's say some kind of gauntlet which is like being released. Yeah, let's say like she's introducing like some kind of gauntlet or like let's say that she's testing out her jetpack and it fails. Like it hovers for like a couple of seconds but then like it doesn't. Next says, "Oh, so I see." Hmm. And say the teacher says, Midoriya, do you have any adventures you want to share with the class?" Doug says, "Yeah, fine, I do." Nick pulls out like a sphere from his book bag and places it on the table. Says, "This is come up with a name for the invention down below. Any name." He says like, "This is my invention," and it's and people ask what's its purpose. Doug says it hovers so it can fly multiple stories and it can scan what material things are made out of. It also has stealth mode to get a recon on a building. Yes, really, that's super cool. This is well, it's a very useful tool. I think May's like, huh. Do you have any tips for like how you able to make it fly? Nick says Dick says it's a very complex mixture of propulsion and diffraction of size. And let's say May's like, guess he does designs for that. Dick says, sure. So the rest of the class, Dick was just like sharing designs with May, and May's like, hmm, this is very complex and unique. And she says, really? And Dick says, well, your designs, they have a flaw in them. And she asks, really, what is it? Dick says, your mixture of fuel is all wrong. And she asks, really? Nick says, yeah, if you don't have the right fuel, you won't be able to take off. And she asks, so what is the right mixture? Nick gives like the right mixture to her and just like, this should help you. And May's like, She's like, I like this guy. And let's say like a couple of weeks pass by, Deku and May are just like talking about different designs. And she asks if there's like what's his greatest piece of work. Nick says, gotta be my hero suit. And she asks, did you make it yourself? Dick says, yeah. Actually, not fully. My mom helped a little bit. I'd say Deku's mom is like famous, like in like the support hero community, because of her awesome inventions. And she asks, "Really, what's your mom's name?" And Deku says it's Inko Midoriya, and she just like freaks out and says, "Wait, your mom is the Inko Midoriya, the person who." Let's say she's like the person who just like started like a lot of like the support companies. Nick says, "Yeah, why?" And she's like, and May's like, "Wow." And then she asks, "Can I see a hero suit?" And Deku says to the says, "Yeah, let me just talk to the teacher a little bit." He talks to the support teacher and says that we're gonna be having a hero versus villain test soon, and I think it'd be helpful for the support class to see how the how adventure how different how tech is used and come up with different ways to use it. And the teacher asks, "Fine." That's actually a very good idea. Nick says, "Well, also I want to show off my hero suit, my latest piece of technology." I'll say everybody has changed their hero suit. Deku just like comes out like in like average clothing. Yes, where's his hero suit? Deku says here. I'll say that he taps like he just like pulls some string and like on his near his chest, and his suit just like comes on very quickly. And Deku says, "This is the ninja armor. This is my battle armor." Also, you can see like the small like robots like on the side. People ask, "Wow, that's very advanced. Which support company did you go to make you this?" Nick says, "None. I made it myself." Nick like has like a small scouter on his eye, and people ask, "Huh?" And Sebako says, "Huh? Relying on so much support gear just to get you through and win." I'll say that Nick says, "Oh, well, how about this? I'll take you all on." He asks All Might if is this a team building exercise, right? I say, "Yeah." Nick says, "And you know this may sound arrogant, but I'm taking them all on." And All Might's like asks, "Really? That would be too difficult." Nick says, "Actually, I'll do it without the armor on as well." And says to All Might to bring it to the support teacher. Let him analyze it for a bit. And they say that, and then they asked like, and some people they analyze like some of the tech, and they're like, "Huh, well, this is a very interesting design and makes it very easy to wear." And that was just like it was like stretching. Everybody's like, "Really? This one guy can take us so long?" So Deku has like no weapons on him. I could have him actually. So Deku has like literally no weapons on him. Like, and they ask, "Aren't you gonna use any weapons?" Deku says, "Weapons? Yeah, this whole entire battlefield's a weapon." And let's say All Might says go, and Ida, like multiple other students, just like rush him, and Nick says, "Huh? Well, let's say Kirishima rushes him, and then Ida tries to kick him. So Nick would just reverse Kirishima's direction and just like makes Ida kick Kirishima by accident. And this breaks Ida's armor, like hurts his leg a little bit, and just like knocks out Kirishima. And Then Bakugo comes in, tries to explode him. Deku knocks Bakugo. He gets Bakugo, like, just like knocks him over, and just Bakugo's just like knocked out. Let's say Todoroki's like blasting him with his ice, and it's like, oh. So Deku just like goes under a suit, like he thinks that like it connected and almost about to call it off, but then he sees like he hears like a sewer grid open like from behind, and it was just like behind there and just like, all right, and just hits. Like he cut off like multiple people, like people who like let's say Kaminari, like with his like one shot use electric quirk. He sees that he's about to touch Deku, but Deku's like, huh. Deku switches place with like another person, and they get shocked. Deku's just like, he's just wiping people out, like fully. Everybody's just like knocked out. So yeah, Deku's declared the winner, and All Might is shocked how fast he was able to take everybody out. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna end off part 2. See ya.